What if I told you that a simple 1962 Lincoln penny hiding in your pocket change could be worth up to $2 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could change your life forever. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, yeah, right, it's just a penny, let me warn you, not knowing the value of your coins could mean throwing away a fortune. And trust me, you don't want to be the person who spends a rare coin at the gas station for a candy bar. Stay with me until the end because I'm about to reveal exactly what makes this penny worth millions, and how to check if you have one sitting in your home right now. Picture this, it's 1962. The world is changing fast, JFK is president, and the U.S. Mint is producing billions of pennies. Most of them are ordinary, but a tiny fraction contains rare errors and unique features that make them insanely valuable today. Here's where things get interesting. Not all 1962 pennies are created equal. Some were struck with errors so rare that collectors will pay insane amounts to own one. So, what are these errors? And how do you know if your 1962 penny is worth more than just 1 cent? Before we dive in, let's play a quick game. If you had a rare coin worth $2 million, what's the first thing you'd buy? A mansion? A dream vacation? Or just a solid gold bathtub because, why not? Let me know in the comments. Okay, back to business. There are 3 key signs that your 1962 Lincoln penny could be a goldmine. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or over-mint marks. Coins graded MS-67 or higher can command staggering prices. Some pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, making them ultra-rare. And here's the crazy part, most people have no idea what they're looking for. Which means, your fortune could be sitting in a jar of spare change right now, but how do you know if your penny is genuinely valuable? Because let's face it, not all 1962 pennies will make you a millionaire. Some are worth just a few bucks, while others can skyrocket into the 6- or 7-figure range. Here's the final and most crucial step. If you think you have a valuable 1962 Lincoln penny, you need to get it professionally graded. Organizations like PCGS and NGC can authenticate your coin and give it an official grade. This is what separates a $10 penny from a $2 million penny. Rare coin prices fluctuate, and collectors are always hunting for hidden gems. If you own one of these rare pennies, you could be sitting on a life-changing payday. And here's where it gets even better. I've put together a free guide to help you spot valuable coins in your collection. Click the link in the description and start hunting for hidden treasure today. Imagine checking your old piggy bank tonight and discovering a penny worth millions. What would you do? Well, that reality might be closer than you think, so start searching now, and I'll see you in the next video where we uncover. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out an old penny, and realizing, it's worth $4 million. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you it's already happened? People just like you have found rare pennies hiding in plain sight, and today, you might just be one of them. So, before you spend another cent, listen up, because that little copper coin in your drawer could be your ticket to life-changing wealth. Picture this, you're sifting through your old coin collection, maybe even a jar of pennies collecting dust. You spot a 1964 Lincoln penny. You think nothing of it, until you hear what I'm about to say. The 1964 Lincoln penny isn't just another old coin. Some of these pennies, due to rare minting errors and high demand, have sold for staggering amounts, up to $4 million. Yes, millions for a penny. But why? What makes it so valuable? Here's the deal, not all 1964 pennies are worth millions. But a select few have unique features that set them apart, errors, misprints, and rare compositions that collectors will pay an absolute fortune for. And no, before you rush to your couch cushions, not every 1964 penny is a golden ticket. Otherwise, we'd all be driving Lamborghinis bought with pocket change. Some 1964 pennies were mistakenly double-struck, have off-center prints, or even include rare die variations. These errors make them incredibly valuable. A few rare 1964 pennies were accidentally struck on silver planchets instead of copper. If you find one of these, congratulations, you just hit the jackpot. If your penny is uncirculated and graded MS-67 or higher, collectors are willing to pay astronomical prices. Many people don't even realize they have one of these ultra-rare pennies. They unknowingly spend them, losing out on millions. But wait, how do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? Don't go anywhere, because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly how to identify a $1 million penny in your own collection. Alright, let's talk about how to check your pennies for potential fortune. Here's what you need to do: check the date and mint mark, look for the 1964 D. This is your first clue. Examine for errors, use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling, off-center prints, or die cracks. Test the metal. If you suspect it's silver instead of copper, get it weighed. A silver-struck penny will be noticeably heavier. Get it graded. If you think your penny might be rare, don't guess, get it professionally graded. The higher the grade, the higher the payout. What if you've had a small fortune sitting in your home this entire time? The people who cash in on rare pennies aren't necessarily coin collectors, they're everyday people who take the time to check. And let's be real, wouldn't you rather know if you've got a $4 million treasure before you accidentally spend it on a cup of coffee? So, check your pennies now. And if you want more tips on valuable coins hiding in plain sight, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next rare coin jackpot could be waiting for you. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows, you might just inspire someone to discover their own hidden fortune. Imagine stumbling across an old penny in your drawer, a simple 1968 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Just another piece of loose change, right? Wrong. This tiny coin could be worth up to $5 million. Yes, you heard that right, millions from a single penny. Pause for a second. What if I told you that millions of Americans are unknowingly holding on to life-changing wealth? Pennies they toss aside, stuff in jars, or even hand to a cashier without a second thought. Some of these coins are rare treasures, but here's the catch: if you don't know what to look for, you might just give away a fortune. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this 1968 no-mark Lincoln penny so valuable, how to identify it, and most importantly, how you can cash in on this golden opportunity before it's too late. Oh, and before we dive in, quick question: when was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Be honest. If you're like most people, probably never. And that's exactly why so many people miss these hidden gems. Let's talk about why this penny is worth millions. In 1968, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most coins have a small mint mark, a tiny letter stamped under the date. But, some 1968 pennies were struck without a mint mark due to a rare minting error or an unintentional release of test coins. Here's where things get really interesting. These no-mark Lincoln pennies are nearly impossible to find, but when they do surface, collectors and investors go crazy for them. A recent auction saw one of these pennies sell for over $1 million. And experts predict that with inflation and rising interest in rare coins, the next big sale could hit the $5 million mark. Now, I know what you're thinking: okay, but how do I know if I have one? First, grab any 1968 penny you have and check below the date. If you see a small D or S, it's a standard coin. But if there's an O mark, jackpot, you might have a winner. Second, check the condition. The more flawless the coin, the higher its value. Even a slightly worn one can be worth tens of thousands. Lastly, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Because trust me, when you're talking about a coin worth millions, you don't want to take any chances. And just when you think this couldn't get any crazier, guess what? There's an even bigger secret that could boost your coin's value even further. But before I reveal that, let's take a quick reality check. Are you sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that a coin sitting in your house is your ticket to financial freedom. That old penny jar. It could be your retirement plan. A simple coin could mean a new home, a dream vacation, or a life without financial stress. But here's the harsh truth: most people will never check. They'll never take the 5 minutes to look through their change. And because of that, they'll never know what they missed. Go check your pennies now. Seriously, go look. If you find a 1968 no-mark Lincoln penny, get it verified immediately. Because the clock is ticking, and with coin values skyrocketing, your chance to cash in might not last forever. If you want to learn more about rare coins that could be worth millions, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got even bigger secrets coming that you won't want to miss. What would you do if you found a $5 million penny? Drop your answer in the comments below. I can't wait to see what you'd do with your newfound fortune. What if I told you a single penny could be worth up to $6 million? Sounds crazy, right? But imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out an old coin, and realizing it could change your life forever. The 1970 D. Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is making headlines, and if you have one, you might be sitting on a fortune. But there's a catch: most people don't even know what to look for. Stick with me because, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify this rare coin and, more importantly, how to sell it for the highest possible price. Picture this: a coin collector casually browsing a flea market, digging through a pile of old pennies. He spots a 1970 D. Lincoln penny, pays a few cents for it, and later finds out it's worth millions. How? Because it wasn't just any penny, it had a rare error that made it one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Now, before you go running to check your coin jars, let me tell you why this particular penny is worth so much. The 1970 D. Mark Lincoln penny has a unique double die error, making it incredibly rare. This mistake during the minting process created a slight but valuable imperfection. Collectors go crazy for these errors, and the rarer they are, the higher the price tag. Here's where things get really exciting. You might be wondering, how do I know if my penny is the real deal? Great question. Here's what to look for: the double die obverse. Look closely at the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If the letters appear slightly doubled, you might be holding a fortune. The Denver Mint mark the coin should have a small d below the date 1970. Weight and condition: high-value pennies usually weigh about 3.11 grams, and the better the condition, the higher the price. But wait, before you rush to eBay or your local pawn shop, here's a shocking fact. Many people sell their rare pennies for far less than they're worth because they don't know where to sell them properly. And that's exactly why you need to stick around for the final part of this video. Now that you know what to look for, let's talk about how to cash in. You have several options. Professional coin dealers. Reputable coin dealers can verify authenticity and give you a proper valuation. Online auctions. Platforms like Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers specialize in rare coins and can attract serious bidders. Coin shows and expos. These events bring collectors and investors together, creating a competitive market where you can get top dollar for your penny. Here's the biggest mistake people make: they rush to sell their coins without getting them professionally appraised. Imagine handing over $1 million penny for a couple $100 just because you didn't do your research. Don't be that person. Now, here's the $1 million question: what if you actually have one of these rare pennies sitting in your home right now? Would you know how to sell it? Would you know how to avoid scammers and lowball offers? In my next video, I'm revealing the top 3 places to sell your rare coins for maximum profit and how to negotiate like a pro. Don't miss out. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never leave money on the table. Remember, fortunes are found in the most unexpected places. Your next big payday might be hiding in your pocket. Check your coins, and I'll see you in the next video. What if I told you that a simple penny, a coin you've probably walked past on the street or tossed in a jar, could be worth up to $1 million? That's right, a single penny could change your life forever. But not just any penny. This is the ultra-rare, elusive 1971 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny. And if you own one, you might just be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. But here's the catch: most people don't even realize they have one. Could you be one of them? Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to show you exactly how to identify this rare penny, how much it's worth in today's market, and how to cash in on it before it's too late. Oh, and don't make the mistake of spending it on coffee. That could be the most expensive latte of your life. Now, before we dive into what makes this penny so valuable, let me ask you, when was the last time you actually checked the coins in your pocket? Probably never, right? Well, that changes today. Because this isn't just about a penny, it's about unlocking hidden wealth that's right under your nose. So, what makes the 1971 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny so special? Let's break it down. This penny was minted without a mint mark, meaning it lacks the small letter that tells you where it was produced. This no S or no mark variety is extremely rare, so rare that collectors are willing to pay a fortune to get their hands on one. Some of these pennies have sold for 5 figures, while others have reached jaw-dropping 6 and even 7 figures at auction. Imagine paying for a vending machine snack with one of these pennies, and realizing later you gave away $1 million for a bag of chips. Yikes. But here's where it gets even crazier. Not all 1971 pennies are valuable, most are worth just 1 cent. So how do you know if you have the rare one? There's one specific detail that makes all the difference. And I'll reveal that in just a second. Alright, moment of truth. To find out if you have a 1971 no-mark Lincoln penny worth life-changing money, here's what you need to look for. Second, look closely at the area under the date. If there's no mint mark, no S or D, you might have something special. Third, examine the coin's condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Some pristine versions have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, here's why this is time-sensitive. Rare coin values are skyrocketing. Collectors and investors are snatching up valuable coins faster than ever. If you don't check your coins now, you might miss out on your golden opportunity. Don't let someone else cash in on what could be your financial breakthrough. So, do you have a 1971 no-mark Lincoln penny in your collection? Check your coin jars, your old piggy banks, even that junk drawer full of spare change. If you find one, get it appraised immediately. And if you want more tips on how to find rare, valuable coins hiding in plain sight, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't believe what other pennies are worth a fortune. Now tell me, if you found one of these pennies and sold it for $1 million, what's the first thing you'd buy? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video. Happy hunting. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, just a regular old coin, right? But what if I told you that one specific penny from 1975, without a mint mark, could be worth up to $3 million? Yes, you heard that right. And the craziest part? You might already have it sitting in your change jar. Before you go digging through your couch cushions, stay with me until the end because I'll reveal exactly how to identify this rare coin, why collectors are paying a fortune for it, and what to do if you find one. You don't want to miss this. Back in 1975, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. Most of them had small mint marks, either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But a rare few slipped through the cracks with no mint mark at all. These coins were struck in Philadelphia but never labeled, making them an anomaly, an error that now commands millions in the collector's market. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Many of these pennies were circulated just like any other coin. That means they could be anywhere, in an old piggy bank, at the bottom of a forgotten drawer, or even in your pocket right now. Think about that for a second. You might have unknowingly spent a fortune on a cup of coffee. Why is this coin so valuable? Well, collectors go crazy for mistakes like this. The rarer the coin, the higher the demand, and the fewer there are in existence, the more the price skyrockets. In 2023, a single 1975 no-mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition sold for over $3 million at auction. And the demand isn't slowing down. As more collectors hunt for these coins, their value is expected to climb even higher. But here's the kicker, these pennies are disappearing fast. Every day, more are lost, damaged, or mistakenly spent. If you don't check now, you might miss your chance forever. Now, here's how you can check if you have a 1975 no-mark Lincoln penny worth millions. Grab a magnifying glass and examine any 1975 pennies in your collection. Look closely for a mint mark under the date. If you see a D or an S, sorry, that's not the one we're looking for, but if there's no mint mark at all, congratulations, you might have just hit the jackpot. Now, before you start celebrating, you'll need to verify your coin's condition. The better the shape, the higher the value. Reach out to a professional coin appraiser or auction house to get an expert opinion. Don't wait too long, though, prices are climbing, and you don't want to be the person who finds $1 million penny but sells it for pocket change. What if I told you there's another penny from a different year that's just as valuable, and most people overlook it completely? If you want to know which one it is, stick around and check out my next video. It could change your life. Now, go check your coins, because your fortune might be hiding in plain sight. What if I told you that a single penny in your pocket right now could be worth up to $7 million? Sounds crazy, right? But there's one ultra-rare 2004 no-mark Abraham Lincoln penny that collectors are fighting to get their hands on, and it could be hiding in your coin jar right now. Stick with me, because I'm about to show you how to spot one and why it could change your life forever. Before you start flipping over every penny you own, let's dive into what makes this coin worth millions and how you can cash in. But fair warning, once you hear this, you may never look at pocket change the same way again. So, what makes this penny so valuable? Unlike regular 2004 pennies, this one was struck without a mint mark. That means no little D for Denver, no S for San Francisco, and no P for Philadelphia. A minting error so rare that collectors are willing to shell out millions just to own one. Imagine turning a single penny into a luxury car, a dream vacation, even a mansion. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But this is very real. Experts believe only a handful of these coins exist, making them one of the rarest modern pennies ever discovered. And the price? Brace yourself. One of these was recently valued at over $7 million. But here's the big question. How do you know if you have one? Because the key detail isn't just the missing mint mark. If you have a 2004 penny, flip it over. Look closely at the back. You need to check for a double die error, an overlapping imprint that makes the coin even more valuable. And if you see it, congratulations, you might be holding a multi-million-dollar fortune in your hand. I know, it sounds unbelievable. But auctions are proving this is no joke. And if you're lucky enough to own one, collectors will pay top dollar. The market for rare coins is exploding, and demand for Lincoln pennies has never been higher. But here's the catch, these prices won't last forever. The window of opportunity is closing fast. So, check your pennies now before it's too late. If you think you have one of these rare pennies, don't sit on it, get it authenticated immediately. And if you want to learn more about valuable coins hiding in plain sight, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Your fortune could be waiting. Are you ready to find it?